All right, y'all know what time it is. Boy, you know the coach is excited. Joanna, y'all Jedrzjczyk got put to sleep. I told y'all. Well, I ain't tell y'all, but I told y'all I'm gonna make 1,000 videos. I'm gonna make me a video. I'm gonna make a video every day this week. I'm gonna make me a video. Oh boy, boy! I tell you, you know, God is good. Smash that like button when y'all come on in. Let's get in. Let's talk some junk, okay? Let's get in here and talk some junk. I ain't got much time. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and talk about Rose Namajunas getting this victory, and then I got to head over to 78 Sports TV and get in on his chat. Ain't no rematch. Ain't no rematch. That was a butt whooping. All right. So Eric, I think Lavelle coming in. Let's see. Eric Lavelle and Diana. Ooh, we know who it is. Sorry. You guys are coming in. I'm sending y'all the link, and we finna get this thing cracking, boy. Hey guys, this is one that I was glad that I got wrong. Okay, I was so glad that I got this wrong. Oh Lordy Jesus, this is the best day of my life. It's the best day of my life, y'all. Oh, wildest moments. Okay, I got you. I'm sending that link now. My girl, wildest moments is coming into the chat, y'all. See, the day is even better now. My homegirl, Bomb Squad. Where the Joshua fans at now? I done lost my voice, y'all. My voice is gone. It is gone. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be saying, how you gonna explain this? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that today. How you gonna explain this? See, don't know. Wow, this every time, every single time I start trying to find your email. Hold on, guys, I'm coming. Give me a minute. I gotta find my homegirl. Wow, this moments. Email address they're supposed to be saved and they don't save. This is what really irritates the hell out of me. Okay, it does. Let's see. Shoot. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm coming. Don't think I forgot about y'all. Let's see. We're in the clear. How about if I sing y'all a song while I find Wildest Moments email? I forgot where it is. Okay, hold on. Sending you the link. Okay, hold on. Email once more. You know what? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm coming. We finna get this working. God, dog. I can't believe this. Well, yeah, good. I would have never thought. I would have never, on God's green earth, thought that Joanna Jedrzjczyk would knock out. I'm talking about knocked her out. I'm sorry. Rose Namajunas knocked out Joanna Jedrzjczyk. Folks, this is a proud day in the history of women's MMA. This is a proud day. I mean, he's doing. Woo! Hold on, guys. I'm sending out a link. Let me see who else is around. Hold on, guys. I can't see the chat. Ah, crap. Okay, there we go. I see everybody. Coach, Squad. My family. What's up?
Hey, mister.
Hey, hey guys, this is my girl, Wildest Moments. Awesome lady. Great lady. We finna come in here and talk some fights. Wildest, I gotta get your reaction. My voice hurt. Let's go.
Oh my God. Give me 1 second. I need to put a headset on, okay? Hold on.
She put on the headset.
Yes, hold on.
But y'all.
Okay. Oh, holy shit. I just saw Cody Gambran lost. So
Cody Gambran lost. I was hoping
Yes,
TJ
he just
Dillon
got knocked down.
I was hoping he'd get his butt whooped.
Yeah, well,
Oh
I was
man.
going for TJ, so yes.
It's all good. It's all good. Well,
Yes, sir.
we got a new sheriff in town, don't we? So,
It's been a fun night for sure.
what was your reaction to Joanna and Jedrzjczyk getting that ass whooping?
My first you know what? I'm not even mad. I am not even mad at all whatsoever. My first reaction was like, good for her, good for her. I was clapping for Rose. I say, good for her. I wasn't actually going for her. I chose Joanna to win, but I was giving her a chance. I had given her a 60-40% for her to win. And I said, but I never thought that she would win by a knockout or a TKO at all.
Yeah.
But you know what? A lot of the things that we've been talking about in this podcast, which is the counterpunching that she had been picking up from the Shevchenko sisters, we knew that at one point it could come in handy.
See, you know what? I kept saying that, and how many people kept leaving hateful, nasty comments? Okay,
I know.
on my channel. How many people kept doing that? How y'all feel now? Oh, you young Jedrzjczyk fans, you butthurt Joanna young Jedrzjczyk fans. God.
But you know what? They can't. They. You know what? At the end of the day, you got to give credit where it's due. And Rose came in. She fucking killed. I'm sorry. She killed it. PG-13 channel. I am like hyped up for her. You know what I mean? I'm excited for her. Good for her. You got to give credit where credit is due. And she came in. She did what she had to do, and she got it. Like I said, I wasn't rooting for her, but when I was asked what would happen if Rose would win, I'm like, I would be just as happy for her. She's worked extremely hard. She's won 4 out of her last fights. So she's earned it. She earned her position to be there.
I'll be elated.
Yes.
God. What was going on?
I swear to God, I told everybody. I told everybody.
Yes, see?
What's up, man? I'm out here in this parking lot going crazy. And BW3.
Hi, Lavelle.
Hey, y'all. Joanna just got knocked out, and Cody just got knocked out. I told tonight is going to be the night. Tonight is going to usher in all new champions.
That's right. I'm gonna be making videos all week.
Wouldn't that be something?
I'm gonna make a video every day.
I'm trying to tell y'all, there will be all new champions tonight. It's only one left. Michael George about to beat him. All new champions. Rose, Joanna. Oh my God. I told everybody. Why don't people listen to me? People don't listen to me.
We listen.
They didn't listen to me when I told everybody.
We're listening now.
Jessica was gonna beat Claudia. They didn't listen to me. I told everybody. Everybody was just. It pays to go with the underdog. It pays.
Yeah, but we still ain't going with Holly Holm. So I mean,
You know what? I don't even want to talk about that fight because that fight has to be made. I'm just so over that right now. Like. Y'all, hey, coach, did you see the clean left hand that Rose planted on Joanna? It was beautiful.
Her legs turned into jello.
She did not see that coming at all.
Oh, that's the thing, Wilder. She wasn't expecting that. She was expecting a submission.
Yes. Did you see her tap? Did you see her tap? She tapped.
I mean, Wilder. Yes. Did you, man? Them red nails.
Yes.
Man, stop.
Yes.
She got hit so hard she tapped out. Like, what the heck? Man?
I'm like, holy cow! Did she just tap? She was tapping. I'm like, wow. 2 minutes into the fight.
Joanna has never done anything.
No.
Like, that's how you know that hit really was crucial.
Yes. Well, because if you think about it, she has been knocked down before by Claudia. She got hit extremely hard by Jessica. She got that big old welt on her forehead. So she's taking some hard shots. So I'm not really quite sure what was going on through, Joanna's head at that time. But for her to tap.
Wait. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let's go ahead, y'all. Hey, Lavelle, you and Wilders, let's destroy these. Let's destroy these haters right now. Cause you know they sitting in the comment section. They already got people lined up to beat Thug Rose. Hey, y'all fall back and shut up. Talking about, wait a minute. Nessus, Claudia, Carolina, Andrade, Torres can all beat Thug Rose. Shut up. Man, boy, this LDBC. Shut up and fall back. Shut up and fall back, boy.
People are always going to hate. Period, point blank. They're going to always hate. Point blank, period. It doesn't matter who beat her in the past. It matters what she did tonight. And what she did tonight is laid in law. She knocked Joanna ass out. Out of all the people that beat her and the ones that Joanna beat, it took the one who got beat to beat the one who was unbeatable.
Yep.
Matter of fact, let's do this. Hey, Nexus, mic up right now. Let's just go on and give you that word. I want you to prove to us, this panel, okay? Prove to this panel right here, we know fighting. Prove to us that those three people you said can be. Let's see if you got some heart, okay? Because right now the Sharks are in the tank today, okay? This, you know, we ain't got my man from the other show. Nah, we got Sharks tonight, and we ready to devour all y'all clowns. So who first? Who first? Nexus. Oh, man. Come get this work. Come get this work. Come get this work from the panel tonight. That's right. He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. Yeah, you know these guys. All these dudes.
I don't think people really understand. Rose's last loss was last July when she lost to Carolina. Rose had over a year to get in the gym, to prepare, but most of all to prepare herself mentally. That's what she's been talking about for months now. She's mentally she's a different fighter. And it doesn't help that when you're training with Valentina and Antonina, it does not help to be training with people like that. Can you imagine the hit she was taking from 135ers and 145ers? Like that power and everything. Joanna didn't have no chance. I'm going to be honest. Joanna didn't have a chance this fight. And I'm going to tell you what else did it for me. Coach, I knew Rose was going to win when she did that. When she said, when Joanna was in her face talking shit, and she was reciting the Lord's Prayer, I said, oh, with God on your side, all things is possible. Joanna, it's over with. It's over with.
Oh, we got holy. Hey, Lavelle, you know what? I think we need to go ahead and do our just do for Joanna and Jedrzjczyk. Let's do a quick sermon, okay?
Let's take a moment. Yes.
Let's take a moment. You know, I have Brother Lavelle. We're going to tag team with the sister, you know, wildest moments. And, you know, guys, I just want to, you know, tell you today that Joanna, she stepped in the ring and she tried to battle God's child, and God's child knocked her through the darn mat. The girl got hit so hard. Lavelle, can I get some help, Lavelle? Can I get some help?
You know how the story going in the Bible. The word says David he was up against Goliath. Understand me? All he had was a slingshot. All Rose had was a left hand. That's it.
Guys, this is the best panel.
It didn't, and what people fail to understand, it didn't just land once; it landed twice.
Yes, it did.
She had her dizzy in the beginning. She had her dizzy in the beginning, and the second one that just laid her out. So all y'all can keep hating, y'all can try to match up all y'all want to. Bottom line is we have a new strawweight champion, and it's extra sweet for me because my babies, my one and only, her record still stands. Ronda Rousey.
Yes, thank you. Guys, that's exactly what I was saying.
Here you go.
So you know I'm happy. I'm a happy camper.
Yes.
We're gonna say this for you, brother.
Yes.
May Joanna rest in peace. Rest in paradise.
Guys, go ahead.
Because you are now 14-1, but you just didn't get beat. You got knocked out.
And guys, go ahead and smash that like button, guys. Look, this is probably the toughest panel, man. We got, you know, I got Lavelle Williams, you know, got Wildest Moments. You know, they've joined this panel before. Guys, you know, they're definitely showing love. They're coming on. They're taking time. They want to get on. But guys, this right here, did this panel right here, and then when we get Amazing Eric on, this is the undefeatable panel right here. There's nobody better. We the best panel in women's MMA.
You know what, Coach? Me and Eric gonna go
That's
at
right.
it tonight. We gonna go at it because he was rooting for Joanna.
He said, so was I.
I watched his video on his channel. He said he didn't really see how Rose could win. I kept telling everybody.
That is right. Yes, that is right. Yes.
I think that's where we agreed that. I thought Joanna was going to win, but I was pulling for Rose. I was like, look, she's been taking some butt whoopings down there with Valentina. Valentina been beating that PG-13 channel, and you know you get beat up by one of the best in the world. You got Pavel now. I try to tell these people Pavel had a plan, but look at these people now. Now they want to come back and backtrack. Everybody backtrack. Now, now we're trying to put Andrade in there. Andrade go to sleep too.
Man, Rose, this is a new and improved Rose. This isn't the same Rose who lost to KK last year. This is a new and improved Rose. I'm trying to tell you. But what people also have to understand is none of them women are going to be able to fight Rose. Joanna was a champion. She's definitely getting the next shot at Rose. It's no giving.
Well, you know, I don't know. Maybe she'll go back down to 125.
I think so too. I think so too. I think she's going to go up to 125.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
For her to make the weight, it's real tough, man. She, you know, golly, I'm saying this. Damn, yeah, I am. Okay. Yeah, she does have, you know, it's tough for her to make weight. Like, she make her weight. She's a professional, but man, this girl be, you know, on life support.
But Joe Rogan just said that Joanna makes weight easy.
I don't know. Did you see that? How she was down to the very last 5 minutes when she went in? Did you notice that?
I seen that she was the last one, but Joe Rogan is saying that Joanna told him that she makes weight easy, even though she was the last one to come in. But I just feel like if you can't take a hit from Rose, you damn sure can't take one from Valentina.
Yeah, it's gonna be night. And Joe Rogan, what Joe Rogan? I mean, you know, Joe Rogan is bald. I can't believe nothing.
He's a joke. He's a joke. I'm sorry. He might see this, but he's a joke at the end of the day. At the end, you know, he's always like, this is the most talented, this is the most this, the most that, the most that. I'm like, okay, can you change the script? Like for a change. Seriously.
I think for the simple fact because Joanna got beat in the way she got beat, because when Chris fought Tanya, it was in Chris' contract that if Tanya would have won, Chris automatically gets the rematch. So I'm thinking Joanna, yes, she's been the champion for over 2 years. I'm thinking she's going to automatically get the rematch. I just don't see them giving it. Andrade just lost in May.
Yeah. Well, she won. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, she just lost in May to Joanna, so I don't see them giving her an immediate title shot. The next contender after that is Claudia, which she just got blew through. So I don't see them giving it to her. KK just won, but who did you really win against? Jody?
Escobar.
Well, yeah, but then you also have Michelle and Tisha Torres, and Tisha Torres is on a streak right now, so if she does beat Michelle.
And that's what I was getting ready to say.
You can see that.
The next person technically in line who's 9-1 is Tisha. But Tisha got to get past Michelle.
And they both fight the same style, you know, that weird sideways stand. So
I think
that's
Tisha
going to be interesting.
I think she beats Watson. I think Tisha Torres is more skillful, and I think that she's gonna, you know, press.
She's very fast. Yeah.
And if she does fight Rose, you know they're already 1-1 right now. It'll be interesting. Tisha versus Rose. It ain't gonna happen. Joanna's getting the next shot. That's just the bottom line.
Talk about her getting beat up.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. No, seriously. I mean, I could see that. I don't know. You know, just the group of people that I was here with, I was telling the coach via text, and I said, you know, people were thinking, oh, it was rigged just because of the way she went out. She came across very sloppy. It was within the first 2 minutes. You know, people are saying, you know, she's taken bigger hits from, bigger strawweights than Rose. And just the way she went out, and then the fact that she tapped. So, I mean, who knows? I'm not trying to come up with any kind of conspiracy or anything like that because that wasn't my thought at all. At the end of the day, yes, I was rooting for Joanna, but I give credit where credit is due. And Rose came in, she did her thing tonight, and she was the best fighter tonight. So, we shall see. We shall see in her next in her next fight what happens.
Man,
She's going to have tough competitors she has not yet faced before.
But see, I'm gonna
So
tell
we
y'all.
shall see.
I'm gonna tell y'all though. See, when her being a champion, it's been kind of a curse because she don't fight that often. I mean, really look at how many times she's actually got in there. She don't fight a lot. So, if I'm a champion, I want to be active because even somebody as skillful as Joanna, okay, she can get ring rust, and I'm telling you, she looked like a fish out of water. Like she came in there and she started heckling. She heckling Rose, and Rose looking right through her. I mean, Rose was sharp. I'm talking about Rose was extra sharp. Like Joanna had no answer for that left counter. She couldn't do it. Yeah.
Did you see that? She kept missing. She kept missing. I mean, usually her reach is like on point, and this time she just kept missing. She kept swinging. She kept throwing the leg kicks that weren't hitting anything.
Yeah, her jab was garbage. Like normally, Joanna.
Yes.
But she was turning her back, or she was almost like she wasn't standing firm and pushing those jabs through. She was actually like almost like turning her face away from the jab. I'm like, what the heck? What is this? Okay, well then I said, well, time for a butt whipping. Here it go. Here it go. Good.
Yep.
Good.
She underestimated Rose.
She sure did. Oh, okay. Hold on, guys.
I don't think that she trained for that.
Yeah.
Huh?
She went in thinking that was going to be.
I'll be there in just a minute.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get my man in here.
She went in there thinking that it was going to be an easy.
Okay, hold on, guys. Got one special guest.
Who's breaking up?
Probably. Oh wait a minute. I think it was Lavelle. All right, got a guest coming in, guys. Got a real live guest, guys. This is gonna be good. Let's see. There we go. We got a special guest. It's gonna be good. Let me see. Hold on. And what somebody using the bathroom? This podcast lit. This podcast is lit.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay, so yeah, guys, y'all keep talking up. Y'all, I guess y'all hold it down. I'm trying to get my man Bullet. You guys, it's a treat. Trust me. You guys are gonna be like, oh crap.
Well, I think yes. Well, the main event's about to start right now, so we shall see what happens with that one.
I was gonna say, damn, I'm out here in the car. I was gonna say I gotta run back in and be Dubs and watch.
Yeah.
But no.
Yes, I want to go ahead and go back in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I kept telling everybody. There's gonna be all new champions tonight. I just had a feeling like when I seen how they were lined, like, and it just seemed like Joanna was so busy focused on the trash talking and putting her hand in that. Hey, karma is something. You put your hand in that girl's face. You was talking about her, like during the press call. You was talking about her mental health. Just her family. Joanna, you went too far.
Well, no. Okay, let's bring it back one step. So if you really think about it, yeah, she was talking trash, just like all the other champions, which is what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, they got to sell the fight because Rose wasn't selling the fight for nothing, So JJ's gonna do something. She's gonna try to sell the fight. Now, like she said, she doesn't follow her opponents. She doesn't follow them, so she didn't know anything about Rose's father and what he had been through. With Joanna's English, what she was trying to say is that she didn't have she had like mental, I guess maybe she wasn't there mental when it came to the fight. It wasn't so much that she had like mental problems. It was much more like she just wasn't there when it came to mental, like for the fight. So that's what she was talking about. And she did make it very, very clear. The next time she had an opportunity to do an interview, she did say, I didn't know anything about her father. I would never say anything like that. That's crossing the line. She said, so, this is what I was talking about. So to me, I felt like a lot of people were trying to give Rose a pity party. And I mean, you can see my comments on YouTube. I made that comment. I'm like, okay, don't give Rose a pity party. She wasn't talking anything like that. I said, At the end of the day, JJ, all she's doing is trying to sell the fight. You know, she's got her moments, yes, but 99% of the time, JJ is extremely nice. She has to sell the fight one way or another because Rose wasn't doing anything. She wasn't doing any extra interviews. She's like, oh, I don't want to have to do that. She said, she's like, I don't want to have to keep repeating myself. I don't want to have to say, oh, what's my diet like? What's my training like? She says, I don't want to have to do that. Yeah, I'm like, you're a champion. You're going to have to do that.
Yeah, but when you are on a card with George St. Pierre and his return, to sell no fight. The fight is sold. Like,
I don't know, Lavelle. I don't know. They were saying it wasn't selling too well. Bisping is having a trash talk like there's no tomorrow.
Come on, George St. Pierre's return. Come on, you should have known better than that. His return, did you think? Come on, the place is packed. Joanna did that to be malicious. She tried to get in Rose's head, and it did not work.
It sure did.
I don't agree. I think that's how Joanna is all the time. Yeah, I didn't say that it doesn't. I didn't say that it didn't work or it doesn't work, but I think that everybody's trying to act like Joanna is never like this. Like all of a sudden she's just being like a total, jerk. I'm like, she's like this all the time. She tries to do whatever she can to get into somebody else's mind. So I'm like, this isn't anything new.
She's like that all the time. How when you get to talking about people's mental health, so for me it does, because I don't know, because my major was psychology, my degree is in psychology. You cross the line talking about people's mental health, because certain people have certain things, like for instance, like that, like if someone was to attack Kat's health, for instance, like her husband killed himself, like it's certain things you just don't do, and Joanna overstepped. She just overstepped with me, and she paid for it. She definitely paid for it.
No, but again, I don't know if I don't know if what I said. I'm like, she didn't know anything about Rose's past. Rose doesn't go around talking about her father having schizophrenia and any of that. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
But this is the thing.
I didn't know that.
During the press,
I didn't know that. She wasn't talking about. Yes, again, but she wasn't talking about the fact that, that she's crazy or something like that. She wasn't talking about that. She was talking about the fact that she wasn't mentally ready for the fight. That's what she was talking about. She says, you got mental issues. That's what she was talking about. And she, I mean, come on, English is her second language. She's trying to, express herself. That's why she is like such a bad trash talker, kind of like Amanda Nunes. Kind of, we get bored listening to her. She always says the same thing, but they're not the best trash talkers. So, but anyways, it's just my opinion. That's all it is. So that's the way I thought.
No. I agree. I mean, I agree to a certain extent, but you know what? She should have been worried about her mental preparation. He got knocked out.
Yeah,
that's
true, man. Yeah. Wow.
I think that's the problem with fighters. They be so caught up trying to. It's there's only special fighters who can actually talk the talk and walk the walk. It's only special.
And it happens to everybody. Look at Conor McGregor.
It definitely does. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta be
Conor McGregor.
Yeah. Look at him. He got choked out, right? He got choked out in the second round. He was talking all that trash. And he came back. He redeemed himself. So I think from right now, what I expect to see from Joanna is to come back stronger and not to go into freaking hiding like Ronda Rousey did. And that's where Ronda kind of let me down. She let me down. Yes. At the end of the day, she did. She did. I was not expecting that from her at all. I was expecting her to just stay strong, continue to be the strong figure that she was, and talk about what happened, and did the same thing that Dominic Cruz did, which was to conduct extremely well interview afterwards and to do other interviews and talk about it, let it out. You have to do that instead of being secluded and kept being fed the same thing by her coaches that, whatever, it was a fluke or whatever. You are a good boxer. You can do this. You can do that. You can outstrike anybody.
That's a lot.
So that was the part where she let me down. Yeah. And she let me down with that because, I love Ronda Rousey. I just don't express it as much as you do, but she's my girl. That's like my girl.
Yeah, Ronda.
But she let me down. She let me down. So now I just got to see how Joanna's going to come out of, at the end. That's it.
Joanna's definitely coming back. Joanna's a different beast.
Yeah, she is. I'm going to have to agree with that one.
Joanna not hiding. Trust me. Joanna probably somewhere right now training. The type of girl Joanna is, but I hope she comes back, because don't get me wrong, everybody know I love Joanna too, but for some odd reason this fight I wasn't rooting with her. I wasn't going for her. I wanted to go with the underdog because I just felt in my spirit that Rose, because Rose just her mental game, like her mental aspect, she was just a different fighter. She was just different from the moment. You know, what fight was that?
Wait a minute. LaBelle?
Was it Juliana and Valentina where they put the camera on Rose and she was just looking real crazy as hell? It was a new Rose. Mentally, she was just different.
But see, I'm gonna tell y'all though. You remember I kept telling y'all in the Carolina Colby Cavers fight, I kept saying, you know, Joanna is really susceptible to a counterpuncher, and
you did say that.
Carolina was not even the best counterpuncher out there, and she caught it. I'm like, if Carolina even knew how to finish a fight, she would have won that fight. But people would argue me down and say, no, Carolina wasn't close to winning. Look, man, if you drop somebody or you stagger them and you about to finish them, you were close to winning a fight. That's just how it is, you know. I got a special guest coming in. He's supposed to be here in a minute.
Oh my God, GSP just got the best of Bisping in the first round.
Good, good. But coach, you definitely said that. And you know what? If Carolina could have pounced on her like Rose did, she would have won.
Yeah, I mean, probably so, man. I'm just saying, you know, it's bittersweet, you know. Like Joanna is she's a great talent. It's just, man, that girl got so cocky and arrogant, man. It's just like, okay, all right, it's time for somebody to knock this girl off. That's just what happened, you know.
Hey, coach, you know I love Ronda, but when she got cocky, look what happened.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, my girl Wildest Moments, boy, they getting lit. She got lit up in here, you know.
I'm telling you, can't get that. I mean, it's okay to trash talk, but when you get
All right, guys, let's catch up on some of these comments.
You can't get like
okay. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on in the comments?
Okay. Okay. Somebody said that Joanna speaks better English than most Brazilians. Probably. Okay, I could probably agree with that. Hey, coach, after you're done with the stream, hit on. They're having a fire discussion at 78. Yeah, I know. I was gonna get in on that, but I owe it to my MMA fans that, you know, we gotta discuss this because something big in the world of women's MMA happened, and you know I couldn't do it. You know, I am monitoring 78's you know, comments and, you know, blocking haters and stuff like that. But I owe my MMA fans. I gotta talk to them, okay? Because this is in our world, in our small community. This is big, okay?
Well, and like Joanna said, right? A history happened, and it happened tonight. You know, so we got some things to talk about now that Rose is a new champion.
Yeah.
In the end, this is it. This is about to get exciting. You know, because when before it's like, oh, Joanna's always going to win. You know, she was always a heavy favorite, and now it's going to get exciting.
Yeah, and this is guys, I gotta tell y'all, this is not the same, you know, Joanna and Jedrzjczyk. This is not, I'm sorry, this is not the same Rose Namajunas, okay? This isn't the same. You know, guys, she is completely different. Like it's crazy how much this girl has evolved.
Yes, you know? I was telling Eric, I said, you know, even though I'm rooting for JJ, I will never count Rose out. I said, yes, I understand that she trained with the Shevchenko sisters for how many months? And I did say at the end of the day, she's not them. I said, however, I do see Rose being a very good student in picking up a lot of good tricks from them. And that's exactly what she showed, you know, because I saw all those pictures of her training with them and her with the black eye. I say, she's taking some beatings. She's taking some beatings, and she's going to come out at the end with something to show, you know. So I was very happy for her. Like I said, you know, no bad feelings over on this side at all whatsoever. I'm very, very happy for her.
Yeah, I'm glad she did a thing. And guys, we do have a guest coming, guys. We got a guest coming.
Okay.
You know, and this guest, you guys are gonna have a treat. Y'all get to talk to this special guest, and he has been calling us down the line. He has predicted that Rose would defeat Joanna and Jedrzjczyk. He's predicted this for six months ago. Okay, he predicted this 6 months ago.
Oh wow, Mr. Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, guys, go tell your friends. Okay, go tell them all.
Yes,
guys, we got Roger Allen. This is Valentina Shevchenko's manager, guys. Roger's on the line. So Start getting people in
That's
here now.
amazing. Wow, what a treat.
So what'd you guys think of the fight?
Whoa. we're at a loss of words. Part of me, yes. You know, I was telling these guys, I said, part of me was going for JJ, but I was never counting Rose out. I said, you know, at the end of the day, she was definitely a great student. She picked up a lot of great things from the Jedrzjczyk sisters. And I say she showed it tonight. You know, she was the better fighter tonight. And it's great. I said, this is definitely a turning point for the strawweight division. We're definitely going to see some exciting things in the future. So I'm happy for her, definitely.
How about you, Lavelle? What'd you think?
Exactly. Look, she did exactly what I told everybody she was going to do. I told everybody she was going to win. I just knew it. I knew it. I told everybody that the girl was going to win. Like, I seen the work she's put in with Valentina, but most importantly, her mental game did a whole 360 within the last year. And when you can change your thoughts, your thought process about yourself and about your opponents and about your craft, and when you can change your mental thoughts, I'm telling you that the physical will come after that, but it always starts first with the mental. And she got that in check. This is a completely different fighter. Completely different. And then it doesn't hurt to be training with Valentina Antonina. It does not hurt. And Pavel, it does not hurt. It doesn't hurt. Like, she just, oh my God.
Well, and Lavelle, if you think about it, I'm sorry, Roger, I was just going to say real quick, is that it doesn't hurt when your personal life also aligns with your professional life. So the fact that everything with her fiance, everything personal that was going on with her came in a straight line for her. I mean, that just brought her to the next level. You know, her foundation was a lot stronger. So this is what we see come out of that.
No, I think you guys in the future, I mean, like I told Coach before, when Eric was on, you know, usually the fans are usually behind of what's really going on because you don't get to see what happens day to day with these fighters. And Rose, and to her credit and her team's credit, they started this journey last year in mid-December when they started training with Valentina. And, you know, the credit has to go to her fiance, her coaches. They did a tremendous job. And to Rose, she is a warrior. You know, again, behind the scenes, got to see her. She was so persistent to train with Valentina. Valentina's pretty rough in her training camps. I mean, it's no joke. And, you know, Rose, she, like I said on the last one, she blossomed, and you guys get to see it. I mean, but Rose, just like Valentina said, she's been interviewed several times that Rose had everything to beat Joanna, and she did it in dramatic fashion. It was a beautiful fight. We're so happy for her. We've been trading texts back with her and Pat. We're very happy for them. It's a good night for Rose and her team. And just like you said, there's a lot to this. When you get the highest level, the mental game is most important. You know, when you faced someone that's actually better than Joanna in striking for 22 weeks of fight camp, that's not 22 weeks of sitting around drinking Gatorade and talking and playing and working on new techniques. I mean, that's 22 weeks of getting after it. So she's seen everything that was going to be thrown at her, with more heat, more speed, more accuracy, more power. And then she also trained with Antonina, she's longer. She has tremendous tools that Joanna possesses, like a front teep kick, but it's actually even better than Joanna's front teep kick. So she's seen all these things whiz by her, faster, stronger, for 22 weeks. That's what I was saying. And so I'm not surprised on PG-13. I'm not surprised.
So guys, so Roger, so what do you think? What do you think's about to happen next for Rose? And because, you know, I think Lavelle and Wilders, they both had the same question, or we were both kind of throwing it around. Is she going up to 125 and just take this loss on the chin? Do you think she's going to get an immediate rematch with Rose? I mean, what do you think her status is going to be?
I mean, it's just speculation because, I mean, right now everything's just happened, you know, and I'm sure, you know, the UFC, I'm sure they always have a plan A, B, maybe a C if things happen. But, I can't speak for anybody that's involved in the process, but I know that if I was in Rose's shoes, I would want an immediate rematch with Joanna. I'd say, let's rerun this thing again. It's going to have, there's going to be people that are hardcore Joanna fans who are going to say, oh, Rose got lucky. That's just the nature of fans. You understand the psychology of fans, you'll see it. And then the fighters too, like after they get knocked out, they usually don't see those punches coming. Usually the ones that are the ones you don't see coming. So a lot of times they'll get up and they will have no idea that they got knocked out. But, what you saw there was beautiful distance management. That it wasn't that Joanna was sloppy. It's just that Rose just got that much better. Joanna still would have hit 99% of the fighters in the strawweight division. She would have started lighting them up. And then over time, it would have been just like attrition. It would have been an attrition game, and it's like a train. It just gets started and started and started. And Rose knew all this stuff. I mean, that's things that her teams talked about. They knew everything that Joanna was going to do. That's the thing. When you're not the champion, you can look at the champion and dissect them. And she knew what Joanna was going to do to her and weigh in. She knew what she was going to do to her in the media. She knew all these things. We with like example, her manager, Pat, they knew these things. There was nothing that Joanna was going to throw at Rose in this fight that was unexpected. And so this is not a surprise to us. It may be a huge surprise to the fans, obviously, but it's not a surprise.
It definitely was a big surprise, though, because if you see that, I would never have expected for Joanna to be tapping with strikes. She was literally tapping.
Rose has power. Like I said, I've seen her train. I've seen her hit. I've seen her, what she can take and what she can give. And, that's why I kind of listen a lot of times when I was talking to Coach and Eric, or I've talked to other media or talked to people that are general and, fans in general, but they don't see what happens in these training camps. Usually they're basing something off of 1 or 2 fights, or some people go all the way back in the history of time on a fighter, and they just discount, that a fighter can grow. It's true. A lot of fighters don't, but Rose really started growing, and you saw it in the Michelle Watterson fight. You saw it now, and I think you're going to continue.
I tried to tell him, and you just don't listen.
Roger,
oh my God!
Roger, I'm so glad that you said that. What?
Oh, he's gonna get choked out. GSP is getting Bisping right back. He's gonna tap.
Good.
Hold on.
Good.
Hold on.
Get Bisping out of there. I'm a
got
GSP.
39 seconds left. Oh, he's out. He's out. Oh God!
Smash the like button, y'all. Where y'all getting this entertainment at? Smash the like button.
Wow.
Guys. Hey, guys, I want y'all to understand something, too, guys. There are no other managers in the game that's going to come on and chat with us fans. They're not going to do it, They would probably snub their noses at, but we got Roger Allen, guys. Valentina Shevchenko's manager.
Yes, I'm not surprised by this one either.
Roger, so why are you not surprised, man?
I'm not surprised because one of our coaches that we have that actually that helps Valentina was one of GSP's training partners. He's a Brazilian world champion and jiu-jitsu black belt, and he's been part of GSP's training camp several years ago. So again, it's kind of who coaches you learn about fighters, and there's certain attributes that fighters have. So GSP is a champion in heart. He's going to be a champion no matter what.
And I told all the people who said GSP is boring. Man, GSP is a technical masterpiece. See, I don't know. Okay, I won't get into GSP because I'll just, I'll just get all emotional over here and say I told you so. And
I can't wait to go check my bank account because I put money on all 3 of them. All 3.
Really?
Well,
Rose was
a good payout. Rose was a strong payout.
Wow.
And for me too, and I'm going shopping tomorrow.
So I mean, man, so now that Rose, is she the new queen of the division? I mean, man, what's going to happen? Okay, let's say if they match up Rose and Joanna on Jedrzjczyk again. Okay, and if Rose is victorious, who do you think is next?
Tisha.
You know, that's a
Wow.
very good question.
Oh, she's live. Who's live? Mm-hmm.
Wow, this podcast is.
I'm so sorry. Yes,
This
Bisping
podcast.
did not tap. He went out. He went out.
Oh, Bisbee went to sleep.
Wow. What a night. What a night, you guys.
This is a night. Let's just go ahead and give me my credit.
Yes.
Well, that's what you call the trifecta. If you're betting on horses,
Yes.
it's the trifecta. You hit the trifecta.
My credit now, because I said there will be all 3 new champions.
Wow, this guy finna make some money, man.
What fight?
Now, but Val is okay. Wait a minute. Let me see. Val is traveling right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Neil. Oh.
Yep, GSP
Let's
won.
see. Yeah, I need to.
I
GSP
told
won.
y'all everybody that was talking crap all week long
Wow,
lost.
wow, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Whoa, I cannot believe.
Iron to Max. I don't know if Andrade or Carolina Kovacevic is gonna be next. Hey guys, anybody in the comment section? You guys have any questions, guys? We got the panel. Well, we got Roger Allen, Valentin Shevchenko's manager, Wildest Moments, and Lavelle Williams. Okay, and you guys have any questions, guys? Let's go ahead and get them in. We want to get you guys. Man, GSP just won. Wow, unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So okay, let's do some fantasy matchups then. Like, who do you think wins between Rose and Torres? And I just ask all y'all that.
Rose.
Rose already beat Torres.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of Torres too.
They beating each other. They beat each other.
Every time I got stunned, I tried to hide it, but man, I wouldn't like to do that fight again. I don't want to swear.
Okay, you got Wildest Moment. She excited over there.
I'm so sorry. Okay, go ahead. What happened?
No, I was just saying, Rose and Tisha, they're 1-1 right now. But this new and improved Rose, Tisha, I don't think Tisha's going to be able to beat her.
I don't know. I think they both have evolved to another level. I think Tisha training also with Raquel Pennington. I think they're both feeding off of each other. Tisha got some speed with her on her. So. Oh man, that's a tough one. That's really, really a tough one. But I don't know. I feel like Rose has more of a complete game. Yes, we just saw Tisha do a rear naked choke on what's her name? The Brazilian?
Juliana.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes. Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah. Got her first finish.
Oh,
yes.
Let's say name.
So I think I would have to say I see Rose winning that one.
Okay. All right. So, well, we can guess what Roger would say, but I want to hear Roger.
Oh, I'll tell you, it was Rose all day.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so why do you think Rose? Like, what kind of problems would Rose give Tisha?
What kind? Rose is a different animal now. Rose believes in herself. Rose, Rose has always had the skill, but Rose mentally, you see it, is on a different level now. And when fighters have that confidence, it can be a curse and it can be a blessing. For Rose, it's a blessing because if you saw like post-fight, that's Rose. She's just a good person. I mean, it just is what it is. But she's really on a different plane right now, I think. Again, that's my opinion. I reserve the right to be wrong. I don't think so. And her technical ability. I mean, Rose is more technical. Rose has got length. Rose has got better ground game. Rose has got a lot of things. So, it's just you know, again, that's my opinion, not offending anybody or what have you, but you know, like I said, I have nothing. When I first met Rose, I thought, man, this is the girl from The Ultimate Fighter that cried all the time. And Rose cried in the fight camps. I mean, she did. She cried, and you know, and it became less and less, and you saw her, but she showed up every day. Every day, someone that's bigger, you know, I mean, and getting beat on, not just training someone your size. I mean, that has a big effect. She gained my respect. That's why I told Coach before, I ride with Rose, you know, all day long. Her and her team, good people.
Boy, one of these days, boy, we got to get Pat Barry up on here, because I got to hear what Pat. I got to hear what Pat. I want to hear his whole breakdown of the fight, and I just, you know, because, you know, it's getting inside the mind of the man who's helping build the talent. Jeez, man.
Well, Pat's a character too. That's the good thing about having him in Rose's corner for this fight. I mean, Pat's a very smart guy, very experienced guy, and he kind of, you know, you have to have someone thinking about all this and delivering the message, like to Rose of, well, Joanna's going to do this, you know, Joanna's going to do that. Don't, you know, like I said, there was no surprise for their team about what was going to happen. You know, if other fighters let that stuff get on them, it's just, they just weren't prepared. You know, this warfare, you've got to prepare everything. You got to do your conditioning, your technical fight, you know, have a strategy, have a game plan. But there's also, especially like with Joanna, there's the mind game that she's played on everybody. It just didn't work. The Jedi mind trick did not work this time.
Hey, Roger, I've been telling them that. And another thing is, when Rose lost to KK, Pat wasn't there in her corner.
Really? I mean, when that happened, I mean, there was, you know, she said it, they've talked about it. There was, you know, some division in their team at that time.
Yep.
You know, there was turmoil in personal life, which, you know, that plays a long way with, you know, people. It's difficult. Everybody responds a little differently to that, but, you know, they grew from it. You know, all of them, they've said it, they've talked about it, is Rose, when she went off The Ultimate Fighter, she was so young. You know, people like to, you know, throw shade on these fighters, but a lot of them, I mean, I'm like, for example, I'm older, I'm 48. So, you know, when you're talking to fighters that are 22 and they're being thrown into this, I mean, it's tough, difficult. You know, you're getting called, you know, the promotion gets behind you, you get everybody, you know, all of the different people trying to, you know, hype you up, fans hype you up, media hypes you up, and you know, it's a lot to deal with, and especially at her age, she just wasn't mature at the time to deal with it. She said it, and now, like I said, she's blossomed. She's matured in a lot of things in her life, and so that adversity, you know, we've talked extensively. I mean, we spent so much time with their team. And told Rose before is, look, you know, everybody criticizes you. Well, you had trouble in the clinch with Carolina. Well, now you'll never have that again. You train with Valentina, who's one of the world's best. So you do that again, all that time, you're going to learn to deal with it, or you're going to end up on top of your head every day in practice until you stop it. So she was mentally able and technically and physically able to deal with that. So she got stronger, not just technically, but physically, mentally. And then at the end of the day, she took that loss, and it was the right time. You know, having a fighter take a loss isn't the end of the world if you have the right fighter. You know, like, you know, I'm not even going to go there with you, Lavelle, but but a fighter, if they take a loss and they can bounce back and learn from it and come back and they're even stronger, I mean, that he can make a fighter just with the timing of things. And it went perfect for Rose. She lost at the right time with Carolina. It was the right time. It was, everything happened for a reason. And even, you know, I always say that everything will happen for a reason.
Wow, that's beautifully broken down, man. Well, okay, one question for all of y'all. Okay.
I'll be right back.
That's okay. That's okay.
Coach, I don't have but one screen up, so I can't see any questions. So you're going to have to translate it if it's popping up.
Okay. Yeah, I translated. I want to speak English right here. So let me ask y'all this. George, this is from George Page. He said, okay, who do you think wins between Rose and Jessica Andrade? So, and basically, you know, how You know, like I guess they want everybody to break the fight now.
Me personally, I feel like if Rose can manage her distance, I feel like she wins. Um, it's sloppy. She's more of a gritty fighter, and that didn't work against Joanna. And this new and improved Rose, I don't think it'll work against Rose either.
Okay. All right. Let's see who's over there. Wildest.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay. All right. She back. So Wildest. The question was, who wins? Who actually wins the fight between Jessica and Rose? And, just break it
Jessica and
down.
Josh?
Yeah, Jessica Andrade versus Rose Namajunas.
Oh. See, okay, I'm kind of caught up on this one because I haven't seen. I wish I had seen more of Rose tonight just to see how much more she has improved with the pressure. So, that's a tough one. That is very much a tough one. Because I was actually rooting for Jessica and Josh, when she fought Claudia. So I was actually rooting for her. Yes. So I was one of the few people that actually rooted for her. Oh, so I hate to sleep on her. But JJ did say something. She's like, she didn't really change anything from her previous fight. I just feel like she's so set on just pressuring the other person so hard, getting their hands on them and doing the ground and pound. Oh.
She said the ground and pound.
I know Roger is on the line. Roger's on the line, but I think that Jessica would win that one. I don't see Jessica doesn't have a weak chin. Jessica doesn't have a weak chin either, so I just don't see her going down like that. And I think what she lost once. What is it? A triangle choke with
Liz Carmouche.
Was it that?
Liz Carmouche.
And yes. Oh my God. And I'm not in front of a computer, but so I don't have that. Oh, bye. Thank you for coming.
She had a fight party, Roger. She had a fight party over there.
I did. Oh, thank you so much for coming. See you next time. Yes. See you. Shh, I'm so sorry. I had the ladies over. See? I had ladies watching the fight. Yeah, I see. I give probably another 60-40 for Jessica.
Okay. All right, Roger. Oh, I'm sorry, Wild. I ain't mean to cut you.
Oh.
Yeah. No. It's okay.
Okay. Now to me, that's an interesting fight, but this is my take on it. Is I've seen Jessica Andrade. I've seen her at, what was that in Dallas? That was UFC 211.
211.
Yep, 211. We were there. So we spent, Valentina was there doing some PR work, and she was a guest fighter there. So we saw a lot of Jessica Andrade. She's tiny. She's little tiny. I never really understood how she could fight 135, but when I saw her, I was really impressed that she could pull that off at her size. But and to me, again, I have just what I know how Rose can fight. Rose can fight forward. She can fight backwards. She can fight laterally. And Rose is her jiu-jitsu is legit. She's got some sneaky jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Catches people and scrambles, and people get, the way they do takedowns, the way they expose their neck. They're too much of a wrestler. Mm-hmm. And so I think that, Rose, I'm not going to think, I'm still going to ride with Rose. I think Rose, through, she's going to have the range. She can throw those straight punches right up Jessica's style, and it's going to be hard for her to close the distance. That's just me.
And I think, even if Rose were to fall into Jessica's trap and fight Jessica's style, because she's so scary with submissions, I feel like she'll still win.
Yeah, and I think I've just learned, Lavelle. I'm and I've been saying this in videos. I'm never going to bet against Rose Namajunas when she beat Michelle Waterson. I said, that's it. I'm done. I'm done actually saying that she don't have a chance, because when I said she fought Waterson, I was like, nah, she ain't got a chance to beat Waterson. Now, when I said she fought Joanna,
but the thing with Michelle is that, you see, Rose is a very smart is very, very smart. So she's out looking for any kind of mistake that you're going to make. And Michelle made a mistake with that one. The way that she was standing, the way she was going backwards. I mean, Rose already knew that her reach was there.
Rose set the pace.
So she's smart. Yes,
Rose
she's
set
very,
the
very
pace in that
smart.
fight early. See, what Watterson was trying to do, and what was kind of crazy, and Rose adjusted. She was trying to, kick Rose in the knee. They got that Winklejohn knee kick where they try to where they try to dislocate your knee, and Rose caught it the first time, and then Rose was like, okay, and then she made an adjustment to it. So Michelle Watterson had to come up with another trick to try to beat Rose, and the head kick came right after she was trying to adjust. Rose leveled her with that darn head kick, but that head kick was brutal.
Yes, I did feel like Michelle was getting the better of her for a while on the first round.
No.
And then Rose just came back and she made that adjustment.
No.
I felt like it.
I know, but if you go watch it again, look technically, the objective, I think, is that Rose was never in any danger. When you have an exchange or fight, somebody's always going to get hit. But if you look at overall, you start looking at the movement, you start looking at the exchanges, the tempo. You can see it. But I didn't see it that way. But again, I reserve the right to be wrong. I saw Rose in control of that fight, the whole fight. But my background is probably different than many of you guys. I like I've told Coach before, I've had the pleasure to work with some boxing coaches. One of them, Andrew Holyfield's boxing coaches. So when starting to look at footwork movement, I just see things differently. Doesn't mean that it's right. I see things differently in fighters. Plus, to be around like balancing coach, and having numerous fighters that have worked through privates, through some of the best coaches in the world. Like I said, I see things differently. So I respectfully disagree on that part of it.
No, I completely gladly invite that opinion of yours, because I'm a fighter. I've never had any kind of experience when it comes to any of that. I just recently got into the MMA fan base probably 4 years ago. So I might be seeing things just from a different perspective. Yeah.
No, I love watching you guys. I'm a fan of you guys. All of you guys that are on the panel, I watch it. I think it's awesome. I listen more than I comment, and you guys, y'all do a great job. But like tonight, you watch strikes, watch the intent of the fight, how it goes on. You could tell early on. Like with Joanna. Joanna's, like I said, she's good. You saw a little bit better management of distance Rose, and at the highest level, that makes all of the difference. Period. I mean, that's really, and you could see Rose got that first leg kick. It had some intent on it. Started changing Joanna's game, just that one leg kick, just a little bit. She said, "Oh crap, Rose is smoking here." And then Rose started hitting her, and then you just. That's the way I saw it. I just saw the fight. I said, man, as the fight goes on and the attrition happens, I saw like that train building in Rose's favor. How did you?
Yeah, no, and I have to agree with that because I was actually telling Coach and Lavelle that it almost seemed like JJ was just kind of swinging in the air. Her normal reach, even though they have the same kind of reach. I just felt like Rose was doing a much better job at that reach management than Joanna was. She wasn't actually hitting Rose. She was in,
they were close.
Yes. Yeah, they were close. Yeah.
They're very close. Even when she was throwing her jabs or she was throwing her combinations, they were just hitting just short of Rose's chin. And that's not by accident. So it's really not. So, no, taking nothing away from Joanna, but, when you're the champion, you have, she said it too, is you have all these people. There's more film on you. There's more people there. They're going to be more hungry. They're going to be on your heels. And then when you're also the champion, you have more and more media obligations. You have all these things. And that's, like I said, overall, Rose managed it perfectly.
Hey, Rod.
And I can't wait to see what Rose is going to do next time. Now she's going to be the champion. So this time she declined a lot of interviews. She didn't really do very many interviews. So I would like to see how she's going to be able to handle that and manage that.
Well, hopefully you see her in some fashion magazine soon.
Yeah.
It's Joanna magazines beforehand, and And I would hope to see, I'd hope to see Rose on some TV shows. And like I said, Rose is a really, really good person. And, no, you won't find a better person. She doesn't have a mean bone in her body, so you wouldn't know that from the violence in the cage. But I mean, outside, she is a legit, like, she went on the mission. She went to, I guess it was Indonesia, and they went and, and they built some homes for people there, and they basically lived in really rough conditions for, I think,
I
it was
saw
3
that.
weeks. And she did that because she really believes in stuff like that. That's her.
Yeah.
So, again, it couldn't have happened for a better person. I'm very, happy for her, happy for her team. And, again, it still doesn't make Joanna is still a good fighter, just like Coach said. She's a tremendous fighter. And I think, I'm sure she'll bounce back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and I saw that because I actually got the opportunity to meet her here in Dallas. And she is very, very much a sweetheart. Very much a sweetheart. So I am, like I said, I'm very, very happy for her. Yeah, there's no bad feelings on this side at all.
So, Coach,
Coach, go ahead.
What do you think? You didn't tell us what you think.
You talking about Jessica Andrade versus Rose?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I've pretty much known now, because I've been just keeping up with Valentina on Twitter, and it's just I see the training, what's going on with Rose, and I've learned since the Watterson fight, I can't underestimate Rose Namajunas. I can't do it anymore. And what's happening with Rose is that she's went through a complete metamorphosis. And what I'm saying is that, like, Rose, she did some things that I didn't see her do in the Watterson fight. She stopped Joanna. She stopped Joanna from actually throwing her jab. And Rose, was doing like a little like left hand feint, and it was freezing Joanna. And I'm like, man, wait a minute. Why is Joanna acting like this? She's the best, but why wouldn't Joanna really commit to her offense? Well, Rose was causing her not to. And I think Rose is like very prepared. So I think Rose, everybody got Jessica figured out. Jessica is suspect to a jab. And you said this. You said that a really good jab is going to neutralize Jessica Andrade. That's what, Joanna and Jedrzjczyk did, who don't have a ground game. And that's,
I told you that before that fight, like Joanna against her. That's what when we spoke, I said she's going to have trouble with Joanna's jab.
And you called it right on the head. And you know what? In all the fights that I've seen her in, she really has a tough time with jabs. Even, when she fought Marion Reitno, Marion was sticking a jab in her face before Marion began to dominate her. But I'm like, wow, this girl really does struggle with jabs. So I had to actually go look at video of, Jessica Andrade. Like, okay, well, what is she struggling with? And, the way Rose looks right now, like how poised she looks, I don't think Jessica Andrade is going to be able to beat her. That's just my opinion. I think Jessica, she's going to make it an interesting fight. But I can't see nobody right now for the next 8 months dealing with Rose Namajunas. I can't see it.
Well, it was kind of interesting. Even Joanna was pranking. If you watched her at the weigh-in, she was kind of mimicking Rose's style when at the weigh-ins when she was talking trash. She started bouncing back and forth, and I kind of chuckled. I sent my business partner a text. I laughed. I said, so you think any of this is in her head? And so it's hard to know. When you get so deep in all of this, you just never know the psychology of what rolls out of when you start playing a role that you may or may not truly be. So said Rose stuck to her gun. She was who she was, and she was ice cold. She was ice cold.
And she said the Lord's Prayer.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Preach it, Brother LaVille.
Mm-hmm.
Might not think that don't account for much, but that accounts for a lot. She said, man, listen. Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Coach, there's two people that you cannot count out anymore.
Who?
Rose and Felice. Stop it.
Oh Lord, you talking about the underwear model who not getting paid for it? Look, man, Eric,
Eric's
spending more time wearing drawers online than practicing, man. Stop this.
Yeah. However, every time you count them out, they win.
Listen, if Felice Herrick don't get her act together and get in that damn gym and get to work, because every day the girl on Instagram, she dancing and booty shaking and what the heck? I mean, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, if Felice Herrick went to these lingerie shops and said, "Hey, I want y'all to sponsor me," I bet you pay her like 6 figures right now because she's doing it for free online. So I stopped covering it after she did it a second time. I said, "Forget it. I'm not. I'm not covering it."
Man, oh man, y'all get wrapped up in that social media. That's funny.
Yeah, well,
Roger.
Okay. Good.
No, go ahead, Coach.
No, I cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
No. Go ahead, Coach. Finish your topic because I asked Roger something that's totally beside.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's my only deal with Harry. Like, it's like she looking for all this attention. I was picking on her, hitting the speed bag, and I know Lavelle probably was mad because I was picking on her.
I wasn't mad. I don't like Felice.
It was all in good fun, though, Lavelle. It was all in good fun.
Coach, I don't like Felice.
Well,
I don't care less about her.
But yeah, that's what you said, though. But listen, come on, let's stop this. Look, we know, man. We know that you think Felice is hot. I mean, we just do, Lavelle. So listen, let's forget about that. Let's talk about what she was doing. I said Herrick. I was saying in my head, I really want Herrick to win her next fight. I want her to. And then I got to looking at this. She was making a smoothie shake in the morning, and then she was talking to herself. And I sat back and I said, damn, for a woman who can talk to herself like this, I wonder do she talk to herself if somebody knock her out in the octagon because she's not in the gym training, Lavelle? That's what I'm trying to get at. This is what I'm trying to get at, Lavelle.
I don't care about Felice. I don't even like her. I'm just saying every time you go against them, they win.
Well, I definitely didn't want Joanna to win. I didn't want her to win. I mean, she got knocked out, so I'm good.
Yeah, she definitely did. But you know what? We sitting up here talking about Rose's next opponent. I forgot about Cynthia.
Cynthia Cavillo, she ain't finna get no title shot.
She's sleeping with Dana White. Why wouldn't she?
What? Oh, Lavelle.
That is an opinion, sir. You can't do this. This is PG-13, Lavelle. Damn it.
I'm being honest. Come on now. This is her 4th fight in 1 year. Come on. You know that something is going on.
Dude, she's winning. She's winning. Dana White can't fight for her.
No. I mean, think about it. She's going up in the ranks. Like every fight, she gets higher and higher, and she's fighting. To be honest, besides Joanna Carter, nobody. That's just my opinion.
No, Lavelle, you don't have the only opinion because I have to be honest and just say that
I know you like Cynthia Wilder.
This lady here next to me thinks the exact same thing, and she thought the exact same thing of Ronda Rousey. The Ronda Rousey was sleeping with Dana White.
She was probably rubbing his little bald head and saying, "Oh, Dana," and probably rubbing his head. That's probably.
I don't put it past none of them. They probably do. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I feel like they're gonna try to get her a title shot real soon. I just feel like that.
Well, she's gonna be fighting what? Carla Esparza at the end of the year, right?
It's easy work for her.
Yes.
Easy work for Carla.
Oh, see, I'm going with Carla Esparza on that one.
I'm
choosing Carla Esparza on that one. Yeah, I am.
All right, we got to ask my man Roger who you think will win that. That'd be a good scrap. Yeah, Cynthia and Carla. Who you think winning, Roger?
Top of my head is not my division. I don't look at it. I really don't watch that division. So to give you an educated view of it, I'd have to watch both fighters. To be honest with you, I don't watch either of the fighters. I put my time on potential opponents that we have now to, now next week or next month or next year. That's what I spend my effort on. Some people I just watch, some fights I just watch, and I don't get emotionally or technically involved in it. And that a lot, to be honest with you, unless they're fighting Rose or some potential for Antonina, Valentina, I don't spend much time watching and thinking about that kind of stuff.
Okay,
Sorry.
Ryan, since you said that, now I can go ahead and ask my question because you know that, okay, you know that Alexis Davis is getting ready to fight Liz Carmouche, and Liz has beaten Valentina, and they're going to fight at 120, 125.
No.
So
She didn't beat her. It was a doctor stoppage. It was a doctor stoppage.
Somebody been watching.
But technically,
yes.
Technically on her record, she has the loss to Liz. That's what I'm trying to say. So how does Valentina feel about that now that Liz and Alexis Davis are both dropping the flyweight?
I don't think it affects her at all, you know, or I don't think she thinks about it. I mean, our team, what we're thinking about fighting for a title. You know, the last fight, Valentina didn't lose that fight. So you know, we'll still rematch Nunes, or we'll fight for the 125-pound title. You know, fight with Joanna makes sense, but outside of that, realistically, you know, those are the fights that make sense.
But do you think that may come to a head, considering the fact that those girls have moved down to flyweight?
I mean, it can always be a possibility, sure.
Okay.
Wow. Awesome.
Just something I was thinking about.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, you guys. I mean, it's so interesting behind the scenes when you try to make all these fights. It's not so as simple as you think. I mean, you would probably be shocked if I told you in the last 4 hours, and this could be a real scenario, it could not be a real scenario, but it's, let me say it's a hypothetical scenario. It's, you know, possibly in the last 24 hours, Valentina may have been offered some 125-pound fights, and the girls that were also offered on the other side may have turned those fights down.
Yeah.
That happens all the time. So, you know, it's you know, simple as everybody thinks. I mean, like, I'm going to ask you a question. Paige Van Zandt said that she's fighting for the 125-pound title next of the tough.
You know,
so, what do you guys think? You guys think that's going to happen?
No way. Are you kidding me?
That was on.
Well, wait a minute. I don't know. I don't know, because, you know, Paige, this can resurrect Paige Van Zandt's marketability, and all they need is that pretty face to win. And
very marketable, but when you're talking about the top level fighters of 120,
well, she's top level.
Think about that. If she wanted to fight, let me put it to you this way. I'll throw this out to you. If she was serious about that, she had to call Valentina out to fight her. Right today. She got to do it. She got to say, Valentina, I'll fight you in 2 weeks.
And she would never do that. It'll be a dream, because we say, wake up, bro. Wake up, Paige.
Well, I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. I mean, if you're going to throw out something that's ridiculous, you know, you need to really be thinking about backing it up. You know, that's the thing. But, you know, that's, to me, that was, like I said, you guys, you tell me what y'all thought about it. Y'all think it was going to happen. Y'all laughed about it. My phone blew up on the media. Said, "Is this true? Do you think she's going to jump in line ahead of Valentina in 125?" And UFC quickly dismissed it. You know, ESPN dismissed it. All that stuff. I mean, when you talk about this game, you have to be credible. Like, that's the thing about Conor McGregor. When he talked all this craziness, you break it down, a lot of it's credible. It's possible. They're willing to back it up. They're willing to get in the ring of who they're talking about with. But many of the fighters, they don't connect the dots. They just start saying stuff. And, Coach, you know, it's funny. They'll say one thing 1 week, and then 2 weeks later they say something. They don't connect the dots. It's either their teams aren't on the same page, or social media managers or their social media teams aren't on the same page with the fighter. There's so many different things. So when you start putting stuff like that out there, you need to know what you're talking about. And so if she hasn't looked at that division to see who's at the top of that division, the meat grinders of that 125-pound division, she needs to look at it. Because if she wants to have a chance to fight the tough fighter, she could call Mick Maynard tonight, tomorrow, and ask for Valentina to fight her. And Valentina is coming off the couch. She's not in a training camp. But I bet you she would fight her. Almost bet you she would fight her.
Man, she drinking plenty of Inca Cola. She ready.
Yeah.
And, you know, more that damn
If you were
Inca
going to beat her, now would be the time to fight her.
But yeah, I always told, because it was a group of Carolina Kovacevic. I'm sorry, it was a group of Jessica Andrade fans. They were saying that Carolina, because you remember at first, Rose was ducking Claudia, right? And we kind of debunked that one pretty easy. And the people that I tried to really debunk live, they wouldn't come on live to be debunked. So I just debunked them, spiritually and videos. But
like I told you, Coach, that people said. One person that said that, and I'm going to show you their credibility. And if they're listening, I'll apologize for offending you for not thinking about this or someone. But they were saying, well, Angela Hill was looking for a fight too. Angela Hill was in Invicta. She was waiting to get her exemption to go into the UFC because she wasn't on the testing program because she was in, she was out. So when they were talking about, well, these two were looking for fights and Rose didn't take fights with them, they don't know what they're talking about. I mean, when they say that, for to have a credible discussion, you got to know what you're talking about. And it was like I told you, it was BS. Rose never ducked any of those fighters. Today, Rose is the champion. She didn't duck anybody to get here. She was offered those fights. The fights she was offered, she took them. She was offered Michelle Watterson, she took them. It's like, you have to make good decisions when you're in that position. You don't make bad decisions. Some fighters, they don't have any choices at all. Like you say, some, they fought their way into to be able to utilize the rank and the position and influence that they have. Because look at they want a compelling fight. You look at the compelling fight. Watterson she was hot. She was signed with WME. She just had her documentary come out. She was on every talk show and TV. She was having her own private workouts off site. I mean, the power of PR was behind her. The machine was behind Michelle. She was on Fox. She was actually commentating when Valentina fought. She's a perfect candidate to promote. And then you have Rose, the same thing. You have two good candidates to promote for women's fighting. And there was there was one person had to win, one person had to lose. But either one of them that won that fight had the opportunity to fight with Joanna. So people are looking forward that make those decisions like the UFC. Not professing to know why they did what they did, but if you just think from a business standpoint and not from an emotional standpoint, those things, it's clear. It's like crystal clear. So what do you think, Coach? What do you think?
I mean, look like you just broke it down completely because I guess it's more of a financial standpoint.
Well, it's not even that. One fighter that was mentioned that Rose was ducking wasn't even in the UFC at the time. That's what I said is someone that's going to go and make videos and profess to really start calling people out of that stuff. They've got to have some credibility and at least think about what they're talking about. At least connect the dots. And someone's still talking about it today, and that was over a year ago. So it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's crazy, how they can even say that Carolina was ducking Jessica. And I'm like, well, nah, she couldn't have done that. That's impossible because
fighters, it's interesting. Like I told you, Valentina's, she's literally on the couch right now. She's doing right now. She's in Omaha, Nebraska, doing an appearance, and she has an appearance next week scheduled. But she's a fighter. You never know. Right opportunity came across the desk. She would probably take a fight, and but if she didn't, we don't anticipate her having a fight till sometime probably next March, most likely. But things can change when you have someone like Paige Van Zandt saying we're next in line for the title. That changes things. We can say, well, we'll see about that.
Well, yes, especially when Valentina's been ready in like a 10-day notice when we've seen that.
Wow.
So she'll be ready at any time, so this should definitely be interesting. I definitely don't think that Paige is going to get a crack of that title before Valentina. She's got nothing to fall back on at this moment from what we have seen. She's coming off of a loss, and she's trying to recover from that injury that she had. She's supposed to fight Jessica Eye. So
if she get a title shot, I will make videos and I will post them to every social media account for the next 5 months, consistently, daily. And she will know that we
will be doing podcasts.
Yeah, we'll do a podcast and post it to our account.
Yeah.
So Lavelle, what do you think? You've been quiet on this one.
Yeah, you have been quiet, ain't he?
Because I've seen that on Instagram, and when I seen it,
It was on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter and Instagram. I saw it on my phone.
I was kind of lost, but at the same time, the UFC have been known to do some crazy, deranged things. Do I think she would deserve? No, hell no. Do I think, like, come on, let's just be honest. However, do I think Paige will actually take the fight? I think she would. Do I think she'd go into the fight believing she could win? I'm not sure, and I'm not gonna try to figure that out. But like, I think the thing that will work for her, as far as like if they did give her the shot, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like she's a total package, except for the fight, the physicality part. I don't feel like she has the skill set to win, but she has the look that they like: blonde hair, the pretty blue eyes, like, and that's what the UFC likes. But do I think she deserves it? No, not at all.
Yeah.
I don't think she deserves
Well,
that.
if you think she'd fight, speed dial.
I think she would. I think she would fight because I think she's at a place where I don't know, like she just doesn't come across like working with Chris Cyborg and people like that. She seems like she's going after it, but like for some odd reason she keeps getting hurt. Yeah, you're not gonna train with Chris Cyborg and then be scared to take a fight. Nah, I don't see that.
Yeah, Cyborg probably just giving her instructional lessons, man, from a distance. Cause come on,
There's different. Let me tell you, there's different levels. Let me tell you, there's different levels of training. Okay, and I'm not going to name the name of this girl, but there was a girl that came in to train with Valentina, and she had sparred with this girl and trained at this camp and done this, and she came in and rolled about 15, 20 minutes of warm-up rolling, got tapped out several times, went in, started sparring, control sparring, orchestrated like sparring where it's not, it's basically like specific train sparring. About 10 minutes, F this, threw the gloves down, and watched after that. Because real training is one thing. Kind of play training, like I said, is another. Like off-season training, doing technical work, playing around with each other, that's one thing. But when you're in a fight camp, it's different ball game. If she was in Cyborg's fight camp, put on the headgear, put on the gloves, and stood toe to toe with her, nothing but respect. But going in there one day and playing around or rolling, warming up and all that other stuff, it's different ball game.
Indeed, man. That's good stuff, man. Good grief. Oh man.
So right now we're waiting on the winner of the Ultimate Fighter to see who's going to be crowned the 125 champion.
Yep.
And then honestly, who do you guys feel should get the first crack at it?
I think they need to have a title.
What happened?
Oh, okay. Well, you guys can answer first. Yeah. Go ahead.
That last fight, you got to fight.
No. I would like to know what is the question?
Oh, okay. I asked the question. I said because the Ultimate Fighter, 125, to crown the 125 champion, is still going, and they're going to crown it soon.
We don't know who the finalists are.
Not yet, but I wanted to know who do you think should be the first contender to get a crack at it, and that's why I have brought up Liz and Alexis Davis, because I know what they're trying to do. They're both trying to get a win so that they can have an argument to get the first crack at it. But
Liz and Alexis Davis?
Yes, they're doing 125.
They're fighting at 125.
They have a fight coming up. Yeah.
Good luck to them.
I'm not sure when it's happening, but yeah, it's already on the UFC website.
Liz Carmouche is big. She is big, boy.
She's on a
no, she might be really muscular, but she's small for the 135.
Her arms about the size of her head.
Wait a minute. You said who's small for the 135?
Liz Carmouche.
Oh, Liz Carmouche. I mean, yeah, she's built. You can tell she's built, but she is smaller than the other girls.
I think Jessica Andrade was small for the 125. I mean 135. But Liz, I don't feel like she's.
Oh, yes. Height, yeah. Mhm.
But I feel like
Well, here's the thing. If you can't get a 135 shot, then you're going to have to go to another division, right?
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. But I've been watching Liz on her Instagram, and she changed her diet, and she seems to be making. She seems like she's gonna make 125 pretty easy. And
Mhm.
I was kind of having mixed of feelings about that because I'm like, that's a lot of muscle to get rid of, like, cause she's pure muscle. But
Correct. Yeah.
but for some odd reason,
Well,
she said she feel comfortable going to 125, and she looks good. I got to give it to her. She looks good. Now, Alexis Davis, on the other hand, looks like she needs to hit some weights or something.
Yeah, but Alexis, she's pretty technical on the ground, but it's the same Alexis that was ducking people in bantamweight. So that's but hey, she got this fight coming up. I had your favorite Alexis Davis in that fight. I had your favorite.
yeah, so do I. So do I.
They fought before. Yeah, they've definitely fought before, and I think Alexis won the first one. So we're going to see. But like, I was just thinking, like, whoever wins out of that, maybe one of them should fight Valentina to get the #1 contender spot.
If that works, Roger.
Well, I know you were asking me who do I think should go next. And here's the thing is that it's really difficult to say right now because the division hasn't been, settled in yet. And you still have women. Even Juliana Pena was saying that she could fight a 125 easy. So I would hate to see these girls go from like, 135 and then 125 and then 135, 125. It's like, okay, just stick in the division that you know that you belong in. Just because you can't get the 135 title, then I'm going to go to 125. It's like, I just want to see them stay at 125. I feel like, everybody's just kind of like trying to chase something else. They can't get something, so they're trying to chase something else. So right now, I would like to see some rankings for the 125, and then I can tell you from there. Do I feel I mean, there for a while, I felt that the deserving ones were, of course, Joanna, and then I felt like Valentina was the one that she belonged at the 125. She was definitely fighting higher than she was supposed to. So I could see them too. I don't know who the finalists are going to be for the 125. I don't know them very well. I don't know, what their skills are like. So I can't really, I guess, speak on their behalf. There's not very much I can say about them. So I don't know. I guess I can't give you a clear answer at this moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts, Roger?
You can read my thoughts.
Yes.
So okay. So at flyweight, who gives Valentina the toughest challenge? Oh yeah, think on this one. God dog.
That's a good question. Let me answer this question this way. I think when it all settles out, I think the 125-pound division will be the deepest, the most talented division.
I agree.
That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
When it all settles out, when everybody outside the UFC comes in, when the prospects outside come in, the 115ers move up that should be 125ers. When the 35ers come down like you're seeing now, I think it'll be the deepest and actually the largest division that the UFC has. It's going to be their marquee division, because if you just look at the state of 45, look at the state of 35.
I believe it's at 2:00 in the morning. Oops. Sorry.
You just look at those and where they are now. 25, there's a lot of talent that's going to come in, and the talent, honestly, the talent that's outside and of the UFC, when it comes in, it's going to be higher than what's in the tough show.
Yeah, well, you got Andrew KGB Lee coming. You got maybe in a year, maybe 12 to 18 months, you got Sabina Mazo coming. Who's knocking everybody out. You got some of these Invicta fighters that's there. They're going to come up. I mean, so it's a lot of raw young talent that's up and coming, and hopefully
It's going to be different for a lot of them when they get into fighting the girls that are in 135 and 115 that are in the UFC, because it's a process about building a prospect. It's no secret. They do it in boxing, they do it in the UFC, and you have the look, you have the promotability. You're going to get hand-picked fights, and you can see them. Unfortunately, some fighters they don't have that kind of, I guess, opportunity, or they weren't blessed with all those kind of gifts in life, and they have to have tough fights, and sometimes they get cannibalized in the process. It happens to a lot of good fighters. Happens on regional fights all the time. And so, when they get up, when everybody gets up in the UFC and it's all the real stuff starts shaking loose, you're going to see the real deal of who can survive and who can't. Because, it's easy to look good when you're fighting someone that's not on your level. But when you're fighting someone that's on your level or even close to you, it changes the looks of these fights. And if I think some of the prospects that you may think are just going to go and be world beaters, I think they're going to fall into the lower tier when because a lot of the 120 that 135ers that weren't in the top 10, when they come to 25, you're going to see them in the top 5. It's just my opinion.
So we're going to have a bunch of weight bullies. Oh, crap.
You're going to have a bunch of weight bullies because they've been bullied for a long time.
Oh, man.
And that's to their credit. I mean, like, for example, you mentioned Liz Carmouche. She wasn't a big 135er. She was not even necessarily an average 135er. I don't think she's that big. She's muscular. And,
she got a muscle head, man, and her arms the size of her head.
I don't know about all that.
That's what I said. Yeah.
I think when 125 hits, I think the truth, when everybody gets in the octagon and they start fighting against skilled opponents, I think you're going to see the cream rise to the top, and you're going to see where everybody really is on skill. I think that's what you're going to see.
Wow. Okay. I would love to see some of that skill. And yeah, this flyweight division definitely it's going to be intriguing because I'm
excited because I like a lot of the fighters that are going to be in that flyweight division. As you know, I'm a fan. So I'm going to pick some that win, some that don't. But I'm a huge fan of that. What's going to happen in that division? I think it's going to be one of the best divisions for sure. It's not going to be any gimmicks. It's going to be it's going to be the deepest division because worldwide there's more fights worldwide at flyweight. If you look at if you look at the statistics worldwide, there's more flyweights that fight in women. More than 115, more than 135. So you're going to have a lot of international fighters coming in that are good. I think you're going to see a lot of that.
Man, broken down. Good grief. Man, so what? Let me see. Hold on. What was I going to ask?
I'm like, why do women tend to do that?
Here, give me the remote. Sorry.
Trying to see some of these comments.
No, the other one.
Trying to pull them out for y'all.
Okay, we want to see if they're doing the conference.
Oh, UFC girl.
The conference for a minute.
We need the conference. Yeah, we need to know what the conference is going on.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Next says, yeah, he was in there hating. Good night. Let me see.
UFC.
So,
there it is. Oh,
okay,
there it is.
somebody asked, why did Joanna tap out? Why did she tap out? Like, I'm still trying. I can't get through. Like, how can she do this? Like, she tapped out, y'all. Like, I mean,
yeah,
this is the first time. I mean, can you tap out if you're getting your ass whooped?
You can.
Certainly, when you get pommeled in the back of the head, to get hit in the head after getting hit.
I think I've ever seen that though.
After getting hit clean like that, and then get hit to the ground, they're like, yeah, she did the right thing. Tap before you sustain some real damage.
Yeah, but she didn't even try to even get on her back or try to do something. She just like turtled up, and that's all she did.
When you get hit, with the right punch, and everything, blacks out on you, and you go, it's different. It's easy, again, I always say it's easy from the cheap seat. You know, unless you've been a fighter and you get hit and you have those cobwebs, it's tough. I mean, it's always. I mean, we had a fighter who made his debut in the UFC. He's one of the best grapplers. He's a great fighter. He's got a hell of a chin. He went and had his fight in Mexico City, better shape, best shape in his life, did everything great, he was dominating the fight, made a mistake, got hit behind the ear with a punch. That changes everything. That's a game changer. You get hit behind the ear, your equilibrium goes off, you don't know where you are or what.
Yeah.
And unless you've been hit like that, hard to relate when you see those fighters. You go, man, they suck, or their ground game sucks, or their striking, I thought they were better. But if they get hit with the right punch and the computer gets scrambled, you know, they're not themselves at that point. So that's
exactly what we saw tonight. Yeah.
Fans, you know, we're not thinking about that. We're not that in depth or in that tune with things because, you know, there's so many, and it's refreshing to see you guys, you know, thinking about these things because there's so many Just Bleed, you know, Just Bleed fans. Those are, you know, there's so many that are that way, and you know, they're cheering right now just because of the bloodlust of the situation, not even because of the technical or anything other than that. So it's good that the group here has
here's Rose.
better appreciation.
Sorry.
Wow. Dang, y'all. Guys, look. What other manager in MMA, guys, is talking to the fans of his fighter? There are no other managers doing this. That's why this guy's the best. Guys,
so good.
Tell your friends. We got Valentina Shevchenko's manager live. On live stream, y'all. Not on you know, I don't know what you call it. Not in the comment section. Because everybody's a celebrity in the comment section. Everybody knows everything. But no, he telling this information live, okay? The panel is getting an education. We got Lavelle, you know, the best panel in the world, Lavelle. We got Wildest Moments, and we got, I guess, Roger Allen. Good grief, y'all.
And I just want to add to what Roger said, because I done been hit that hard. I've been hit twice in my little amateur career. Twice I've been hit. Once in the temple, and then once on the left ear, to where I was just like, you know, I felt like I was still in it, but I just wasn't in it.
And once you get your nose broke for the first time, you kind of think about stuff. You kind of really think about it. This is what you really want to do. Yeah, Roger, I agree with that, man. I agree with that completely. It's yeah, man. Wow.
And I think it's smart. I think it's very smart for a fighter to know when enough is enough.
Yeah, that I don't know. It looked like Joanna just, I don't know. She kind of knew like what she was up against, and you know, I think she had the mentality like, look, I'm gonna live to fight another day.
Hey, Joanna, she's a warrior, and she'll fight again. She's gonna bounce back. You know, I know, Coach, you want to hate, but she's a good fighter.
I've always said that, but I'm enjoying it.
She's not gonna not be a good fighter. She's gonna rebound, and the question is how strong she rebounds.
I've always said she's a great fighter. Yeah. I've never come on and say she's a bad fighter. I'm just enjoying the moment now, though.
I think that's scary too when you're dealing with a fighter like Joanna. That's a loss could be very, very scary because she might come back on a tirade.
I mean, she might. And you know, anger and stuff like that. The Wildest? Oh God, no.
What happened? What? What did I do?
Fire! Lavelle's house is on fire. Dang it, Lavelle. I told you about smoking in the house, man.
No, but
I just turned my lights off. That's all I did.
But to answer you guys' question, who I think would be the toughest opponent for Valentina at 125, Liz.
Carmouche?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I just think she will. She'll be a lot tougher than Paige Van Zandt.
She ain't got no skill, man. I mean, Liz is good. She good for the people on her level. It's levels to it.
Yeah, but Coach, I'm just saying who's the toughest competitor in that division right now. I'm not saying that she's gonna be too tough for Valentina, as in, you know, Valentina can't handle her. Valentina, I feel like she gonna win. I feel like she'll win. But as far as like the pool right now, I'd rather see Liz and Valentina than Liz and Paige. I mean, than Valentina and Paige.
Man, you're going to have some heavy hitters coming in there. Wait till Andrew KGB Lee get in there, Lavelle.
Yeah, but
Joanna got Jedrzjczyk going to be there. Oh, man.
Yeah, but like Joanna, like I'm not even thinking about Joanna being in that division right now, because I feel like because she lost, Joanna is going to want to prove herself and get her belt back. And I feel like her focus is going to be on 115 still.
You just never know.
Yeah, you're right. But I just don't see any other girl in there. Like, I don't see Alexis. I don't see Paige. I don't see Jessica. I don't see them girls beating or even putting up a good fight against Valentina.
Jessica will get a black ass. You fight Valentina. No, I done made Lavelle laugh twice. But this is monumental, y'all. This guy never laughs. I done made him laugh 2 times. I can't believe this. Damn, I feel good.
Yeah, it's been a good night. Wildest Hurt Thoughts, and then Roger just coming on, like, putting the cherry on top. Like, it's been a good night. And I'm just, you know, I hate to, you know, toot my own horn, but I said there would be 3 new champions tonight. That's
You did, Lavelle. You did. I saw it.
I said it, and I've been saying it, but, you know, no one gives me credit, Roger. No one.
I'm giving you credit because this is how I would have bet it if I was going to bet. And I was very
matter of fact, I need to check my bank account because I put wagers up on all of them.
Eric need to come get to work too, because Eric was picking on you too, man.
He definitely was. Definitely.
Eric, if you listen, you're in trouble.
Well, you know, Coach, like I said before, when you get to see, if you got to really see the fight cams behind the scene, it might, you'd have different opinions about what's going to happen. You know, again, when people say so-and-so is going to knock out so-and-so, someone's going to do that. A lot of time when you look at the comments, look at when people are talking about it, they're referring to fights 3 fights back. And so if you think a fighter hasn't improved or grown, then it's kind of crazy. If they haven't, then they don't need to be. They don't need to be fighting. They need to think about something else.
You're right, because actually last night I spent about 2 hours watching like all of Rose's fights. You know, so I said you cannot count this girl out at all whatsoever. And I remember when you had said, you know, the training she's had with the sisters, and I just said, God, you can't really count this girl out, you know. And of course, my heart was going for JJ, just how dominant she's been and all of that. But I think just seeing the struggle, seeing the growth that she's had, that's why I was truly, truly happy for her at the end of the day. When Rose won, I said, you know what? Good for her. Good for her. I'm so happy. She was definitely the better fighter tonight. She proved herself. She's made it. So, you know, I'm very, very happy for her. And I'm seeing her right now. She's doing her interview right now, and she's just talking about just making the world like a better place and not having so much hate or so much negativity. I said, you know, it's good. It's a good message. It's a good message, definitely.
I mean,
it's going to be the mental hell and back.
I'm happy that Rose won, but Rose said something that kind of rubbed me the right way. I mean, rubbed me the wrong way. She said, like before the fight, she said, if she won, she considered herself the greatest of all time. I'm like, Rose, now you overstepping.
No. Oh yeah. I did hear that. Yeah.
Like she overstepped.
Yeah, I'm not agree with you now. She ain't greatest of all time.
She left. We lost Lavelle.
Damn trolls got her.
Yes, no, yeah. I think she's just saying that because it's like Joanna is right now the #1 from women's fighter. So she's probably saying, well, if I beat her, then that means I'm the #1.
No, she's not.
I'm like, well, not technically, not quite yet.
No,
she's definitely on her way then.
She's probably on her way, but see, I never had Joanna and Jedrzjczyk as #1 either. So
see, that's where we have a good conversation though, you and I, Coach.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah. I just never saw. I thought if she would have beat Rose,
something that I didn't have my dad.
and then move down, move up to 125 and get some notable wins, then yeah, I would have easily said, yeah, I thought she, maybe pound for pound number one. But
Other than like a few.
not anymore.
Yes, but at the end of the day, I always felt like notable wins was like up to your opinion and not so much everybody else's opinion. So I'm like, I don't know. I think every single one of those fighters that Joanna has fought against was definitely a great competitor in their own right. Just because they weren't well known, like Ronda Rousey or Misha Tate, or let's just say Holly Holm, for example, because they haven't had the exposure, and that doesn't make them a great competitor to, I guess put Joanna as the number one pound for pound. And that's where I was coming from.
Boy.
I know, it's a love-hate relationship with us.
Yeah, it's love-hate. Oh, it's love-hate, because,
Yes.
we got to look at some of these fighters that, Amanda Nunes fought. Yeah. Yeah, we got to look at some of these people.
See?
Hold on,
Again, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Okay, Rhodes just left the interview, so let's see if Joanna's gonna.
Yeah,
I hope Joanna comes out there. That's the true champion. Yeah.
She'll come out. If she don't, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. And I'm not the big. I'm the Joanna hater on the panel here. I am, and I want you to say it.
Yeah.
But I think she'll come out for that interview. I think she will. So Roger.
Yeah, Joanna ain't like Ronda. She coming on out the top.
I
guys,
hope so.
that's what Ronda Rousey
there's
fans
Dana
do.
White. Dana White now.
Crystal clean is the man.
Let's see what Dana White's gonna say.
I mean, shit, you might as well go ahead and get it over with and talk to the people.
Exactly. She might as well. Yeah.
I wonder if he's happy.
Let's see.
Oh.
So Rose got a bonus. They said she got performance of the night bonus. Her, Dillashaw, and GSP.
Yep.
Who got the bonus?
Rose did.
Oh, okay.
Rose, need to give your boy Coach a loan.
Her sponsors are about to go through. Rose is about to make a lot of money.
That's all it is.
So Lavelle, are you in a club or what?
I'm at home celebrating for Rose.
Yeah.
They got a party going.
I joined the party.
No, because y'all know my birthday. Y'all know my birthday Monday, so I celebrated today.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Happy early birthday.
Appreciate it. Me and my twin brother.
You got a twin?
Of course.
Where you at?
Yeah, home.
Oh, yeah, man. We definitely got to get y'all on together. I ain't know it's two of y'all. Boy, it's going to be lit.
I tell people that all the time. It's two of us. Double trouble.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be lit. Well, y'all, does anybody have any more questions? Roger, you got any more questions? Anybody?
Hey, I'm out of here, guys. I enjoyed it, but I'm tired. We had some fighters fight on Friday. Legacy fighting. We went 3 for 3. So we have some new guys that are going to be coming up as well. So,
guys, this is Roger Allen.
Good night. Good night for us.
Great night. His fighters are winning. One of the best managers in the business. High-level manager talking to fans of the sport. No other manager's doing this, y'all. He's a trendsetter.
Coach, I have one quick question for Mr. Roger.
Yep,
Me too.
I have one quick question, and totally kind of off topic. If we send Valentina something to her fan mail, will she sign a picture and send it back to us?
Yes. And I'll get you
All
that.
right, perfect.
Get you that information. Where to sign it? Where to send it to?
Yes, please pass it over to the coach, and he'll pass it over to us. We would appreciate it.
Well, here's my question, Roger. When is
Thank you so much.
When is Antonina getting to the UFC?
Oh, good question. Yes.
I need to know immediately.
Well, you need to know I'm listening to two things.
Say it again.
I said I was listening to the press conference in one ear and on the podcast in the other, so I just set the other down. So what'd you need to know?
I said, when is Antonina getting to the UFC?
Antonina is going to defend, hopefully soon, her line fight title. That's what Antonina's got up her sleeve. She may be fighting. She may be fighting in December in Dubai. Our hope is that's what we're hoping now. But after that, hopefully soon in the early part of the year, she's going to be defending her line fight title. Just difficult. You know, she's one difficult to match up. So that's what Antonina wants to do right now. She wants to defend that line fight title.
Well, difficult to match up. You know, your winner JoJo Barr says she ready to fight her.
Oh, Roger, you got to explain that one.
I got you on the line, so I got to ask the tough questions.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I'm just saying, she called her out. She said what's up?
Well, let me tell you. You know, there's always a bunch of call out and all this other stuff. We tried to put that fight together. They asked Antonina to fight, okay, and we agreed at the time. We agreed to fight at 140 even, and then went up to 141. And JoJo Bars weighed in 2 times at line fight at 141 and 1 time at 143. So as coach says, say it with me.
How you going to explain that?
Yes. So then after that, it went up to, no, we got to fight at 145. I can't go to 145. But you look at the history of it. You can look at you can look back and see it. That's what it was. So, you know, we'll see what happens. That ships may have sailed because now, you know, that's going to have to be a money fight. There's more things in place. Somebody's going to have to step up and pay some money. So, you know, there's a lot of things. You can call somebody out, but now somebody has to get the weight and get the money.
That'll be the biggest fight in Muay Thai.
Okay, coach.
Oh, that is going to be a good one. Yes.
We got to get JoJo on the line and ask her what's do
you see it as a call out? If that situation, that's what happened. So Antonina's a 135-pound fighter. That's what she fights at professionally, 135. So she went up. She offered to go up. She offered to meet halfway.
Yeah, Joanna's she's big. Like she walks around probably at about 160, maybe.
Sure.
She walks around at about 160, and even Chris Cyborg, when she fought Cyborg in a Muay Thai matchup or kickboxing, she was actually like her and Cyborg. I think she was a little bit heavier than Cyborg.
And I'm a Joanna fan. I knew she was
yeah.
going to beat Cyborg when they fought Muay Thai. 100%.
And Joanna was.
Yeah, she looked heavier than Cyborg. Yeah.
Bullying Cyborg around that ring. She was walking Chris down in that fight.
So the situation, unfortunately, like for Joanna now, she has a tough time finding opponents. Now the promoters that she's with are having a tough time finding opponents to fight her. You know, she's really, you know, her draw, you know, you're only as good as what you can draw in. And so, you know, I don't think she's with line fights anymore. I think she went to go fight
in Bellator.
She went to go fight for Bellator, right? They signed her. So, you know, she's in Bellator kickboxing. So, you know, that's a whole different world. Then you get the promotions and who can fight who and who's got an exclusive contract to fight with this promotion in North America. And, you know, all this stuff gets way more complicated when they're in the same promotion. It was a lot, you know, at the time Antonina wasn't in the promotion. We were talking to them about having her fight when that opportunity came up and said there was some, you know, just like you, coach, you have your cyber sniffers. We had a provocateur from the other side that was taunting Antonina, you know, on private messages about why she wouldn't fight Joanna. And some of the discussions that person had were discussions that were going on between us and the organization. And so the only people knew were her management team, the fighters, and the organization. So someone in one of those camps knew information. And you know, just like we said, is if you fought a couple times at a weight and it's like public knowledge, and then you say that's not your weight, and it's just not credible. So that's like I had you guys say. How are you going to explain that?
How you going to explain this?
And the message, in fairness to her, the message may never got across because you're dealing with managers and everything. But that's what we understood, that the hang up was weight. At the time we had all the money worked out, but things have changed, now. So there has to be a lot of things that would come into play for that fight to work out.
Wow.
And money is one of them.
Okay, I'm glad you informed me on that. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah. And Urena, she's not going down to 140. That's no, she don't be,
She can fight though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, she can fight. Bars can bang.
Yeah, she'll knock you out.
But okay, guys, this has been pretty fun. Hey, Wilder, I gotta ask you a question. Like when you're available, like translate.
Yes, sir. Huh? Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you because I got a fighter that want to talk to me on Friday.
Okay.
And but I need a translator.
Yes. So where are they from? Do we know?
They're from Brazil.
Oh. Well, Portuguese is Latin based, so it's pretty similar to Spanish. So I would be able to, of course, get some of the words down, but I'm not fluent in Portuguese. They would have to speak slow to me.
Coach, you don't speak Portuguese.
No, I don't speak Portuguese.
Not today. No.
I speak Latin.
No.
Crap. Okay.
Yes, I can understand a lot of French. I will be able to translate that for you, and I can understand Spanish very well. I can translate that for you very, very well. Of course, it's my first language, and I took it in college and in high school for 8 years, so I can translate that for you.
Crap.
No problem.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey guys, I'm signing out. It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Coach. And
thank you, Roger.
Thank all the fans, all your fans. That we can always agree or disagree. It doesn't matter to me. I think it's great that you guys have this kind of platform. And said everybody has their own fans, and they root for their own favorites. And I will never. It just like I said, if you're not a Valentina fan, that's fine with me. Just be a fan of women's MMA, and that's a win right there.
Thank you so much for saying that. Absolutely.
All right, just have a good night.
Good night,
yes, thank you, Roger. Thank you
Yeah,
so much. Send us the address where we can send some fan mail to Valentina.
I'll send that to Coach.
Yep,
I appreciate that, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm signing off too, y'all. I'm sleepy.
He partying. He
Oh.
Right by their house. He party. No, I'm partying.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm partying, but I'm still here.
I'm tired. They can go out. I ain't going out. I'm going to get in this bed. Check my little account. See how much money I accumulated with my little bets.